Welcome to Awaken, an educational, high vibrational, mystical, spiritual show. I'm your host, Danny, and today is a Smoke With Me episode. You guys, I just went and bought some grass for this episode. I'm going to be hitting the gravity bong throughout this entire episode, so please bear with me. I'm starting pretty sober. We're all going to smoke together now, and I just want to talk. I just want to vent. I just want to have a smoke sesh with you guys. So the two strains that I got are Mule Fuel and Rainbow Cookies. So Rainbow Cookies is like sunset sherbet and animal cookies mixed together. And then Mule Fuel is GMO and lurch combined. So, yeah, they're about the same amount of THC. They're both 20, like one's 27%, one's 28. I know that this was more of an indica and this is more of a hybrid. So let's go with the hybrid so that I can be a little chatty. You're gonna need water for sure. Okay, fuck. You're gonna need water for sure, and you're gonna need something to smoke. Please keep it to plants, guys, please. We don't do the crazy shit here. I'm not calling you crazy. It's just like, I care about your health, please. Ooh. Okay, when you do this to smell it, does anyone else do that? It's like so sexual. Like a pouch is just sexual. You already know why. I love smelling my grass, my gas. Oh my God, yeah. Let's get into it. These are gonna be some realistic as fuck tips about how to just like get your shit together, because I can't be the only one who's fucking struggling right now, okay? I've been saying that like spring was gonna be my time. We just had spring equinox, and I feel like, you know how when you level up, you have to just like shed all of the layers that were holding you back and that don't really meet or align with the new level? Bitch, that's happening. I am being tested and called to respond to things in a much better way than I ever have before, with much more maturity and patience and understanding and growth. And I'm really being challenged, but I'm up for it, guys. I'm doing my best, and I notice the growth. I notice that I'm doing okay. But that being said, I can't be the only person who feels like life just keeps throwing shit at them one after another. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm scared. I'm a little anxious. I know that everything's gonna be fine. I'm tired. I'm trying to not be cranky, and I'm trying to. So this is how I feel about a villain era. This is how I feel about like a dark feminine moment. It's necessary sometimes. Sometimes you need to step in and reclaim your power. Sometimes in an effort to like keep the peace, we almost allow ourselves to like not lose power, but we're not focused on ourselves in that moment. Sometimes we're focused on other people. We're trying to harness peace within other people, and it's not always about us, right? But then when you neglect yourself long enough, it becomes really about you because you don't have a fucking choice. What I'm trying to say is I have been kind of not putting my needs on the back burner, but really putting my sense of self and my self-worth on the back burner. I forgot who the fuck I was. I forgot who the fuck I was. Bitch, I am that bitch. I know who I am, you guys. And I know that the universe is giving me everything I need in order to become the person that I'm meant to be and that I really know who I am. That being said, it's time to channel her. It's time to really fucking channel her. I'm a bad bitch. I'm capable of literally anything and everything that I set my mind to. The hardest part of my life, I can guarantee, fingers crossed, holy fuck, I'm not even religious, but I'm like, please. I'm pretty sure the hardest part of my life is over. I can handle anything. Look at that sweet girl. She's taking a little nap like a good girl back there. Oh. A moment for my makeup, because something about me I've been known throughout my life to like really play around with makeup, and especially depending on how my mental health is doing, I really use makeup as a form of therapy or self-expression. I don't use it in place of therapy. I'm saying I use it as like one of my tools. It really helps me like channel creativity, kind of focus on myself, kind of like really create myself. It helps me with like the whole alter ego thing, you know, like stepping into who you know you are. Like, I am that bitch. I am that bitch. I'm making a fucking cap for my Jeep because I needed a new one. Anyway, I think it's time for Danielle to pop out. I've been Danny for long enough. Danny served me. She's that bitch. But now I'm a fucking grown-ass woman now, okay? I'm 25 and a half. Almost. I'll be 25 and a half in like a couple weeks. I'm 25. I'm a grown-ass woman. Y'all don't know Danielle. No one's ready for Danielle. When I pop out, Danielle, you're not ready. You're not ready, but get the fuck ready, okay? Because it's necessary. Everybody take a hit. Holy fuck, we haven't even taken a hit yet. Take a hit. I'm gonna take a hit with you. We need to calm down because I just went on a little rant and everything's fine. This whole episode, I just wanted to like chit chat, chill, and talk about what is making me feel like I have my shit more together. Because when I smoke, it's gonna fuck up my makeup because I'm gonna cough inevitably. So like, I'm just really living for this colorful moment that I have happening on the eyes right now. I don't care if it is just a phase. I don't care if no one understands it. In 2016, when I was at OCU and I was like the unhealthiest, unhappiest I've ever been in my life, I started doing green eyebrows and it was such a serve. Now, I am not the unhealthiest or unhappiest I've ever been in my life. I'm just saying, when I do intense eyebrows like this, it tends to be like more of a phase. I'm just saying, I enjoy this phase. Now let's get high. Hands above your head. Like they said in soccer when I was a kid. Damn, did this just fucking work? Okay, well, that's a little ridiculous. This just worked. Okay. I want to talk about cheese boards and how they're changing my life. First of all, I've heard them called charcuterie boards. I've heard them called charcuterie or just coochie boards. Heard them called cheese boards, also like snack boards. Okay, it was really hard for me to move my fingers like that. And I also want you guys to know that I had a lot of anxiety about what I was going to say. I couldn't decide charcuterie, charcuterie, coochie, cheese board, snack board. I didn't know. I went with cheese boards so that we were all on the same page, even though mine are literally only like 30, 40, 50% cheese. Like, and then I have like fruits, maybe some kind of meat in there. I definitely got some crackers, you know, it's a good combo. Water break. I just kicked the tripod, but anyway. The reason that they're changing my life, you guys, there's multiple and it's so corny, but I'm just being honest about what's been bringing me peace lately. So number one, they just look good. Like they look neat and nice. And I don't know about y'all, but when I make food, when I just prepare food for myself, I like to prepare it and everything, and I like when it tastes good, you know what I mean? Like I like having like a nice, well-rounded meal. But I don't typically worry too much about how it looks. I'm not saying I want to eat something that looks unappetizing. I just care more about how it tastes. But when you do a cheese board, it's so easy for it to be like nice and neat and organized. And you can play around with like colors and fruit. It gets, you kind of feel like a chef. It's a little bit exciting. It's kind of fun. It's like a simple joy, a simple pleasure. Also, you can eat the whole plate and you feel like you had a kind of a diverse meal because like it's not just straight cheese. But also, if you want just straight cheese and your body can handle it, go for it, bitch. Like my stomach could not. I still put it through it anyway with like a half cheese plate, but still. Like it's nice because I like to put a mixture. I'll do some meats sometimes and then cheese and then different kinds of fruits and then, like I said, crackers, like a little something salty and crunchy, sweet. I like a good mixture. So then by the time you finished eating it, it feels like you had a really nice, well-rounded meal. And because it's so much cheese, sometimes it's pretty filling. I love how I just said, like, it's not that much cheese. And then I was like, it's so much cheese. And then I was like, it's 30, 40, 50% cheese. And then I was like, it's so much cheese. It's so filling. I can't make up my mind. And then lastly, you prepare it yourself, but it's low effort. So it doesn't take that much time. It's not hard fucking at all. But we all know, like, in terms of manifesting, it's so important to, like, when you prepare your food, to set intentions and gratitude and really put the energy into it. You get to do that. And it's so easy because it's literally already made for you. You're just putting it and organizing it on a plate. And you're still putting the intention in. So it just does something for me, guys. That's my first hack. Cheese boards. Oh my God, not to be an almond mom. Like I saw that Gwyneth Paltrow video. Don't use this as a substitute for anything. Just add to your diet bone broth, bitches. Bone broth. I actually just had to cut my nails, so it's a horrible example, but I was so excited to show you guys what my nails looked like. I've always had a very hard time growing my nails. I have a lot of deficiencies. So I always had like a really hard time growing my nails. They would literally just rip in half or peel. Like it was so bad. I think being anorexic for like the first portion of my life also played a big role in that. But since then I've noticed like my nails just really don't grow that much. Like they don't look like shit anymore. They don't look like they're peeling, but they just break so easily. I just never had strong nails. I started drinking bone broth for my hair, skin, and nails, and just for like my overall health, because like as someone with an autoimmune disease, they really recommend that you do that. So I started off with Dr. Kelly's, which is like extremely fucking expensive, and I thought that all bone broth was gonna be that expensive because that's how expensive that one was. It was like fucking magic, you guys. 1 week of it and like my skin cleared up. I had no issues. Now, I can't afford that. I am choosing not to buy that one. I can afford anything I want. I only affirm abundance. But I have a financial plan happening right now. So I'm choosing not to keep buying that one because it's like for not even 1 week, it's like almost $50 for like a week's worth. Like that's crazy. I can get it from Trader Joe's for like $2 for one container. Like, and I grab a fuck ton for the week because I drink it every single day. The Trader Joe's one, I will say, has a little bit more sodium. I can't tell what that's doing for my skin, but I just probably need to drink more water to balance it out. But what it does for my nails, you guys, my nails have been growing at the speed of light. It's crazy. My hair was shiny as a motherfucker. It's really dirty right now. That's why it's in braids. I just have a lot going on and it's hard to wash it. Okay, I feel like I'm talking fast and kind of being a lot. So let's all take a hit. I have to like open my door and then like blow it out the door. Next, I just want to address the whole therapy concept. Guys, if you've never tried it, you just might want to consider it. I really recommend everyone is in therapy. Even if like you're like, there's nothing wrong with me, fantastic, but still you can even be like a better you. And I'm not saying you have to be in a rush. I just think therapy is so cool. And I think low-key everyone could use therapy, but you don't have to have it. I'm just throwing it out there. Okay, stoner hack. Switch up your weed strain, bitches. Holy fuck, it's like a little tolerance hack. So I don't want to take a tolerance break. I'm not going to. That doesn't sound fun. I would rather... here's the thing. I don't want to have to get to the point where I'm smoking dabs all the time. I don't buy dabs. I don't smoke them. Like now, I'm not like anti-dab. I love dabs. I love them for like if I go somewhere and someone offers me one. Yes. Please offer me one. Please. I love it. But I am nervous that if I start smoking that all the time, like my tolerance is just going to like be completely ruined. So that's why I do like my Jeep thing and then I switch up my strains and then sometimes, I mean, I go like a few days sometimes without weed, but no, oh my God, why did I start scratching when I said that? I'm such like a fiend. I'm kidding. Like I'm making light of something that's like not that serious, but it's also like, your grandpa's addicted to his heart medication. I'm addicted to cannabis. Get the fuck over it.
Grandpa won't be cool without his heart medication and I won't be cool without my cannabis.
This one, you guys. Simplify your life. Simplify your life. Simplify literally every aspect of it. Simplify your skincare. Get like a gentle cleanser, some type of like tretinoin or retinol or some shit like that. A good moisturizer, like some Aquaphor, and use an SPF, you guys. Emphasis on like the gentle cleanser part. And stop using makeup wipes. Like sometimes less is more. So simplify everything in your life. Simplify your skincare, simplify your diet, like figure out what works for you. So what Isaiah and I have been doing is like, now we pretty much we don't eat the exact same thing every week. We kind of have like rotations of stuff that we know work really well for us, that our bodies like thrive on. Like pay attention to your body's needs. Also, there's this whole thing about like figuring out what your ancestors ate. If you are in a position where you're lucky enough to know who your ancestors are, I highly recommend doing that. I heard it can be so beneficial for like your gut health and like your body's function and longevity, and I'm trying to do that. My mom's adopted though, so it's a little hard. Eat for your body, drink hella fucking water, hella fucking water. Even like when I have like some breakouts happening right now, my skin's like kind of not its best. I think it was because also I had like a whole withdrawal situation. I couldn't get my medicine and I like had to go to the hospital. It was so crazy. I was very scared. I was like, am I gonna die? And I was like, you're not. But I was thinking like, you don't know that. You're not a doctor. He's a good man. He's a nuclear engineer, for God's sake, but he's not a doctor. So I was like, how do you know? Simplify your workout routine. Cycle sync, that helps a lot. It sounds like it would be more work because like you have 4 kind of phases of your cycle. But once you get a routine going for it, it feels so good when it's like, you don't have as much of an expectation. Like guys, when I'm bleeding, who wants to do hip thrusts while you're on your period? Just think about it. Exactly. Fuck that shit. Let's all take another hit because I want you guys to be high. Come on, bitch. Hands above your head. Well, I'm like, I'm coughing, but I'm trying to prevent wrinkles. So it's how hilarious. Because I like refuse to get Botox, at least until I'm like older. Like, I'm trying to age gracefully and like, I think aging is a privilege. I could go on and on about this.
Now, you know what? I guess not everybody. It's like a self-love thing. I also think you should always disclose though if you get shit done because it makes nobody want to be standard. Anyway, I still don't want to age like too early, so I'm definitely holding my eyebrows here when I cough so I don't get like the 11s. Trying to cover my mouth.
Okay, the next tip, engage in human activities. Sometimes, I'm really guilty of this. Sometimes I get super caught up in like the spiritual side of things and I'm so like thinking in 5D and not being, it's like, bitch, you're still a human. Like whether or not you're a starseed, which you probably are, like a light worker, I'm sure you are, bitch, if you're watching this especially, you still came here as a human. So like you're still supposed to have the human experience. So what I mean by that is like, watch a damn TV show. Like don't be scared. Like my husband and I were watching Last of Us and I remember before we started watching it, I was getting scared because I was like, oh my God, I bet it's gonna be so creepy and fucked up and like make me made me scared, maybe uncomfortable, I don't know, sad. And I was like, that's so low vibes. Like, oh my God, what if it fucks with my psyche or whatever? And I was just overthinking it. It's like, bitch, just live a little. You're fine. Like, you're fine. It's literally like about some zombie shit. Not zombies, but you feel me. Because here's the fucking thing. Time is not real. So life, you can think of it in so many ways. It's whatever the fuck you want it to be. It could be one giant bit. It could be many bits. It could be like just a different thing every single day. You can reinvent yourself at any fucking time. I'm really into that concept right now. I'm very much into that right now. I'm like, especially I'm like trying to remember who I am, but I'm like, it's a mixture of like falling back on the things that I know used to make me really happy, which I will get into. That was kind of what I want to talk about next as my final tip. And it's like mixing things that used to make me really happy with this new me. Like this is a new phase of my life. I'm 25. I'll be 26 this year. Like I am a woman. I'm a fucking woman, and I've grown and I've changed and I've come a long fucking way. You know what I fucking mean? So I'm really trying to like take every day as even more of an opportunity to just to be grateful that I can like control it and be whoever I want to fucking be. Cause like I have a lot to show for everything I've done throughout my 25 plus years. So that does lead me into my final tip, which was just to like remember what you used to do that brought you joy and made you feel like life was just worth fucking living and something to be excited about. I heard one time, I like read a book and somebody said that their grandma, the best advice their grandma ever gave them was always have something that you're looking forward to for the next day. And when you are like dude, okay, I was really depressed when I was like a kid. And I remember I was in 8th or 9th grade and I was an acting major and we had the Shakespeare company come over. This is so embarrassing. And I didn't know that I was depressed. I did not know I was depressed because I didn't know about depression. I was a little kid. And I was just really stressed out from what was happening in my life. And so I was a really, really good actor. I still am. But like I went to an acting school, like even as a young kid. So I was really, really good. And so I thought that everything that I was doing in acting class was related to acting. So I asked one time, like one of the Shakespeare company actors that came to do a master class, after they taught the class, they like did individual coaching and stuff, like for your monologues if you wanted to. And I like straight up went up to one and asked, like, yeah, like every single time you go to like use your vocal cords or talk, do you ever just like feel like you're gonna like cry and like choke and like you can't get any words out? And he looked at me like I was like so sad and like insane. Like he was just like, what? This poor kid, what? But so what I'm saying is I was that sad. I was very sad. And once I heard like have something to look forward to, that gave me so much motivation, you guys. What are you puppies cheffing about? For me, stuff that really excited me was like getting to wake up. I was so happy that I went to an art school and I could wake up and do my makeup every day. I had really bad acne in high school because I was drinking too much. But so I would cover it. Like luckily my school was like an art school and a public school, and like you just got to wear makeup. I know some schools don't let you. I was so grateful that my school let us wear whatever we want and wear fucking makeup. So I would go hard. Like I looked intense. It was a full beat. It was too much sometimes, but it also wasn't, because it was like, bitch, that's what I wanted to do, and that's what I did. I would look forward to doing my makeup, and then I would look forward to music. So I was old enough where like I had a cell phone now and I could look up YouTube. Like my phone had internet, so I would go on YouTube because I didn't have like, I would never be able to like download music on my phone. Like that all cost money, and like I didn't have money like that. So I would always just go to YouTube and like look up songs to listen to. And so because I finally had internet on my phone, like up in my room, I didn't need to be downstairs like on a computer where the whole family can like see me and you're not gonna like go just listen to music. Like it just that was not a thing. So I started listening to a lot of rap. I felt things that I have never lived and I have no business feeling and relating to, but I was like, no one understands me like Ace Hood. Also, if you know me, like I love music. I fucking love music, and I'm a dancer, so I really understand music. I've always thought music was like my calling, but I don't have the best singing voice. And I've always been like, damn, that's crazy. I always thought that I just had like a really big talent for making music, but I was like, that's crazy. Like, why don't I have the voice for it? Like some voices, like I get it. I've gone to school for this shit. Like I have a degree in this shit. I took voice lessons every day. I learned about like music, the fundamentals of music theory. Like really guys, like I've tried to learn, and I don't think I was made to be like a singer, but rapping was a different story. I was good at it. I was like pretty good for a white girl. I would confidently show people videos of me rapping and not feel cringe. I would feel like Could you do that, bitch? But I also think that's because like I just understand music, and I love music, and I love to like beep. No, I'm editing right now, and did I just say I love to beep? What the fuck? What the fuck? Like I have a vision, and I want to like, wow, get it out there. Like that's why I also loved dancing. But anyway, I kind of got away from that. I kind of got away from listening to music like what I listened to in high school that really just like got me through hard times, that would amp me up and just kind of make me feel like I have the energy to get through shit. Like I'm a boss, like I can get through anything. But like I said with the TV show thing, I kind of stopped listening to like music like that because I was like, I can only listen to music with like a positive message that's like spiritual or like kind of similar to spiritual music. I think that's fine for like the most part, but like it just doesn't match every single mood. And I've neglected the rage inside of me. I've neglected my villain, but like it's like your favorite villain, you know what I mean? You love to hate it. Like it's that energy that like is like, I've been quiet long enough, people have stepped on my toes, I'm not doing that anymore, I'm reclaiming my motherfucking power. It just makes me feel good, bitch. So I'm leaning into stuff like that. Also, I have J. Cole lyrics tattooed to my ribs. It says there's beauty in the struggle. I got it when I was in high school. But I'm back to like kind of leaning into the music that like I like. Like the stuff that just I like to listen to. That's kind of the bottom fucking line. I've talked about this way too long. It's becoming so corny and I can just see this becoming like so cringy. So let's all take a hit and then we have to go. I blame it on the Jeep, guys. Like please, I don't want to be corny and cringy. But I'll also lean into it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm pretty fried now, so I don't have much to say, but stay high.